Hey, what's up everybody? Brian with HappyThumbsGaming here, and we are back with some more LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga! This happens to be Episode 2, Chapter 5, Gunship Cavalry Free Play! That's right, we're going to get that red brick for exploding blaster bolts. We're going to get the true Jedi stud requirement, just barely. We're also going to get a couple of gold bricks, as well as all of those mini kits. Now, it is important that you do have a TIE Fighter. There are a couple of different ones. It does not matter which one you have. We have the basic one for 35,000, and we're going to use that to open a couple of doors for us. Here we go. We got on the far left side, right as we start, there is the first mini kit floating around. Awesomely enough, you do not have to actually fly through it. You can, in fact, just shoot it from a distance. Now, quick reminder, too, we do have quick links down below in the video description. Thank you for that reminder there, Thumbe. And I do recommend that we take out pretty much as many bad guys as possible before collecting any of the other collectibles or trying to take those bombs to the detonator spots. As you can see on the left-hand side there are bomb dispensers scattered throughout. But the reason I recommend that you take out all the baddies first is because they can actually take out your bomb. So if you have a bomb in tow behind you and you accidentally slap it into one of the baddies, guess what? It takes out the bomb. So it might prove to be problematic. Now, you can see there was a door there we flew through because we had this nice, shiny TIE Fighter flying around. And, of course, you probably should do a little better job flying than I am because I'm smashing into everything. Here you can see we've got a couple more crawlers here. We're going to take all of those out. Now that the coast is clear, we're going to go all the way back to where our bomb dispenser is and collect a couple of bombs. Now, I found that you do have to toggle to a different vehicle in order to grab one of these bombs and put it in tow. There are a couple that should be available to you. You may not have the snow speeder, but it does work quite nicely if you do. Hey, don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that bell as well. I know a lot of you guys have been longtime supporters and subscribers of HappyThumbsGaming, but a lot of you don't have that bell rung. And that bell actually helps us notify you when we upload new videos or go live with a new stream. So definitely want to click that and make sure that you are all caught up and in the now, as we like to say around here. All right, so the first force field is down. We use those bombs to go ahead and take out both of those generators, providing that force field. Now, I do recommend that you go ahead and take out all of the creepy crawlers, whether they're rolling or stomping around, and do it all the way to the next force field because, like I mentioned before, those bombs actually can be kind of a pain to get all the way to the generator. Oh, no! You got enough obstacles along your path as it is all I'm saying, as I prove it by falling off the ledge there. Oh, hey, look at that. There's another mini kit just floating around. You likely grabbed a couple of these in the story, so if there wasn't one there, don't be too worried about it. You probably already have it in your inventory. It is possible that you did miss a few along the way, like perhaps you didn't have the TIE Fighter, because you can't choose the TIE Fighter in the first one, but some of those ones that are floating around in the middles, you probably already got. Now look at me, I'm making things harder than it needs to be. I left a few bad guys there, and I got those guys that are, those towers are shooting some sort of rockets at me, and it's making it a little bit harder to get to where I need to go. And in this case, it was to that yellow wall where I dropped one of those bombs and smashed it and a mini kit, and now I'm out of there. Actually, I've got a red brick over on the right-hand side ledge here. You can see it just floating right behind that giant rock. It's kind of a funny angle. You got to get it just right to see it, and look at that. We now have exploding blaster bolts. I'm not sure how that really will help us, if it will help us, but we do have them available for purchase, so nice to know. All right, now we got to go back to the bombs, and we'll go ahead and get one in tow. And this is a good time to provide a reminder that we do have quick links down below in the video description that should take you to the next collectible, which in this case is going to be the next mini kit. And we, let's see here, we got one more. No, actually, we don't have one more floating around in here. All of the mini kits that are left are all in the final area, and they are easy peasy. In fact, they are widely available in the story, and again, there's a good chance that you got most, if not all of them. It's even possible that you've got free play 100% complete. Well, maybe. It depends on if you got that true Jedi in the beginning or not. Now, if you've been paying attention to my stud count, I've died a handful of times, and each time you die, you do lose 1,000 studs. So it's important to note that listen, it doesn't get any closer to not getting the True Jedi than I did on this particular go here. In fact, I really risked it because you guys know I try to get it all in one go, and I almost completed the level without, that's right, without the True Jedi, because this next section right here, as I grab Minikit number 6 floating around right in front of me there, it's very problematic. There's laser beams everywhere, and there's bad guys floating around, crawling around, bouncing around, all the above, and it is really easy to get, well, to lose them, all them hearts. I'm going to go ahead and try to get all these Minikits first. You can see one was just floating out there that I shot right off the bat to the right-hand side of where we spawned. The second one was just continuing to go around the right, and the third one was there. And look at that, the fourth one was there. It's raining kids. Hallelujah, it's raining kids. All right, so we got all 10 of them, and you are officially done with the collectibles, as long as you have the True Jedi requirement. If you don't, guess what? There doesn't seem to be a lot of studdage left. But wait, there is. We actually have a whole bunch of studs left, and if I can do this right, which I fail miserably for about the next 2 minutes, I actually, I do get this at the very end, so I promise. So as I mentioned, the guys floating around, they can be really problematic. In fact, they can take out your bombs that you have in tow, and also take you out as well. So I am like not sure if they keep respawning or what, but this guy is being a pain in my old tuchus. And I drag this ball all the way around, and I drop it, and I realize, wait a minute, I'm not trying to take out those blue force fields. It's actually the lasers that I'm trying to take out. So if you're a little confused on what's going on here, because I am not doing a very good job of showing you, essentially what you got to do is you got to take bombs and smash them into the lasers on either side of the force fields. Once those lasers are gone, it should actually drop the force field. Then you can go ahead and shoot. That's right, shoot. You do not need a bomb to take out these blue, I don't know what they are. There's some sort of power source, battery cells, we'll call them. And look at that. See, I did use a bomb to take it out, but as it turns out, you don't need them. You just go ahead and shoot them. And again, these guys, these little rollers definitely seem to respawn, so be weary of that. And look at that. See, I lost another 1,000. Had I died one more time, I don't think I would have been able to get the True Jedi. And like I said, I get it at the buzzer. Like, there is no hope for any more studs when I get it. You'll see. You'll see. It's literally right at the end. For me, I noticed that the bombs stopped coming out of that first dispenser, so I flew around and actually located another one. You may have to do the same. It may have some sort of a cooldown period where maybe it only does like 5 bombs in 30 seconds or 2 minutes, or who knows what it is. But I found that my bomb dispenser was no longer dispensing, so I went and flew around and found some more. I suggest you do the same, as I told you 3 times there. Anyways, moving along here, we go ahead and take out another one of those guns, and it reveals some more vulnerable battery cells. We'll go ahead and shoot those. Maybe. I'm still under the impression that you need to use the bomb on this, so I was making this a lot harder for myself than I needed to. I got it though, look at that. And I got a power up. So that's another thing to be aware of, is that when you take out a bunch of those batteries, it actually leaves behind an invincibility ball that gives you some sort of a multiplier, perhaps, as well as an attract studs if you didn't pick that up already. And look at that, we gotta go back and take these guys out. Pew, 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 pew. Yep, we got it. Go ahead and take that power up. Thank you very much. So as I mentioned in the beginning, we got 40,000 we need. And look at that. So you get 2 for taking out each of those laser turrets. And then you get, well, roughly about, well, wow. I flipped it into 50K. So I actually got more than I needed. But anyways, don't forget to click that like button. And of course, we unlocked that red brick for exploding blaster bolts. So that's pretty sweet. What do we got here? We got studdage galore. You know, it seems like we have a lot, but it's going to go really, really fast when purchasing more of the red bricks, and of course those characters too, so we're going to need them all before we get to the end. That's right. I said it. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. All right, we got all 10 of those mini kits. We stacked up. It's weird when it does that little celebration with the gold brick on the right. It's a little bit weird. I'm glad they don't do that anymore. We got the True Jedi, and we got those mini kits. We got both of those remaining gold bricks, and of course, that's it. So, to the yeah. That's going to wrap it up for LEGO Star Wars: The Complete Saga, Episode 2, Chapter 5, Gunship Cavalry. Cavalry? Cavalry? You guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, head on over to any of our social media. HappyThumbsGaming.com should be available. It is under some construction right now, but it'll be back soon. As for me, though, that's going to do it. As always, until next time.